It is crucial that you know how to protect your marriage by protecting your husband, protecting your wife from your own narcissistic mother, father, sister, and brother who threaten the unity, the intimacy, your marriage, your family. Now, this message assumes that you have a good partner in your life, that you have found a good thing. You have somebody to do life with, somebody who honors you, respects you, loves you, and is ready to do life with you. You would say that everything in the marriage is good, except for my own narcissistic mom, dad, brother, and sister who cannot keep their dirty little fingers out of our business, out of our marriage, out of our lives. Now, if this is you, there's 3 things I want to share with you. Number 1, I want to share with you the proper mindset about your marriage. Without the proper mindset, you don't know what you're protecting or why. The second thing we're going to talk about is what it is your narcissistic mom, dad, brother, and sister are even raging about. It's easy to think that they are attacking your wife, your husband, because they're a bad person. It's not true. Their attack has nothing to do with your husband or your wife. It has more to do with you and your marriage and your new family. Last but not least, what I want to share with you are practical steps and tips that you can start right now, today, as of this video, to start protecting your wife, start protecting your husband, and in that, protecting your marriage and your family. Stay with me. My name is Kevin, and this is The Royal We. Now, before I do continue with this very important message about protecting your marriage from your narcissistic mother, father, sister, and brother, I want to let you know that I'm here to support you. Down in the description box below this video, you'll find access for one-on-one appointments with me. I take telephone calls as well as video calls through Zoom, FaceTime, and WhatsApp. And by the way, I do talk to couples as well. So if you'd like to schedule one-on-one time so that both you and your husband or you and your wife can sit together and have a discussion with me about how to protect your marriage from your narcissistic mother, father, sister, and brothers, then head on down there, schedule that time with me right now. I would love to speak with you. In addition to one-on-one calls, I also have a coaching program. My coaching program is live and in person each and every day. I don't just throw books and videos your way and say, peace out, good luck. I support you on a daily basis live within a community. In addition to the daily support, I also offer fellowship every Tuesday night where we open up the Word of God and we see what the Bible has to say about living in a world that is becoming increasingly full of narcissistic abuse. In addition to the fellowship, I also have Backstage Pass, where I bring you into my world of coaching. I share with you what it takes mentally, emotionally, and physically, even technologically, so that you can learn what it takes to be a coach so that you can use your voice. You can step into your calling. You can hit the ground running. So if this sounds good to you, join the Royal We Coaching Program. And by the way, one more thing that's being added to the Royal We Coaching Program this next month is a workout program. I have invited in the most sought-after longevity coaches to put together an exercise regimen specifically for the Royal We members to get you in the best shape of your life mentally, emotionally, and physically. So you don't want to miss out on that. Accept the 30-day challenge to get into the best shape of your life. Now, let's get into this topic, beginning with the mindset about your marriage, because without the proper mindset, you don't even know what you're protecting or why. Now, marriage is not about joining another family. Marriage is about creating a new family. I'm going to say this again because somebody needs to hear this. Your marriage is not about joining into another family. It's about creating a new family. Now, some of you might be saying, Kevin, that doesn't resonate with me because I'm from the Wakuki tribe of Bumzabwe or whatever. And that's fine. If that's the agreement that you have, you're bringing somebody into your family, then so be it. But for the purpose of this message, I'm talking about the biblical concept in general of marriage, which states that therefore a man and a woman must leave thy mother and thy father and thy brother and thy sister in order to become united and to become one flesh. What's this saying? In simple terms, you're moving away from one family to become a new family. This is what your promise is at the altar. This is what you're saying to God as a promise and before people as a promise, that you're separating from this family to start a brand new family. It's an exclusive covenant. You don't make this covenant and this promise with your parents or with your brothers and sisters. You don't exchange rings with them in front of people and before God saying, I promise to protect and honor and serve mommy, daddy, brother, and sister till death do us part. It's an exclusive promise between you and your partner to create a brand new family. This is the mindset that you need to have about marriage. And it's important that you have this mindset for a couple of reasons. Number one, you know what to protect, even against your narcissistic mom, dad, brothers, and sisters. But number two, this should cause you to take marriage more seriously. Prior to ever getting married, you should be able to look this person that you're with up and down, left and right, and they better be everything that you're ready to leave this family behind to start something new with. You see, too many people don't take this part of marriage serious enough. They don't have the due diligence in making sure, proper vetting that partner to make sure they can build a life together. But I'm assuming in this message that you have, and you have a good partner. Now that you have the proper mindset, you know what you're protecting. You're protecting your marriage. You're protecting your family, your new family. Now let's get into the mindset of your narcissistic mother, father, sister, and brother, and what they're really upset about. Because what you're going to discover is that they're really excited, maybe even on your wedding day. Oh, my son, oh, my daughter is getting married. Oh, we're so excited. And they're drinking and grab-assing with everybody. But then over time, they're going to change. They're going to get violent and hostile and attack your wife, attack your husband. You see, the reality is this narcissistic family dynamics, your narcissistic mom, brother, sister, father, they have objectified you from an early age in life. Basically, you're no more than a tool than that they hang on their wall in their garage. And they viewed your wedding as lending you out for a period of time, but it needs to be brought back so you can be hung back on their wall again. This is their mindset. It's controlling. It's unable to let you go. One of the things you're going to realize, you're going to have a light bulb moment that it doesn't matter who your wife is, who your husband is. It could be anybody. It could be the best person in the world. But they're still going to attack them. Why? Because it's not about them. It's over the fact that you are distancing yourself from their family into another family. Essentially, they feel like they're being robbed of you. This is what it is to be objectified. Now you're going to start to see why perhaps even from an early age, your friendships were sabotaged by your narcissistic mom, your narcissistic father. Why? Because you were too independent. You were getting too far away from them. Maybe your dating relationships, maybe a career, maybe sports, maybe activities, anything that threatened the control of your narcissistic mother, father, sister, or brother, they would attack it. It's no different with your husband or your wife, no matter how good they are. This is the most important thing for you to understand. The reason is because what you're going to see is that this is a battle not between your narcissistic mother, father, sister, and brother and your wife or your husband. This is a battle between them and you. They're raging against your marriage. They're raging against you. But in a manipulative way, they want it to be about your wife and your husband because this is the best way that they've learned to sabotage you. By convincing you that what you're into is not good enough so that you do all the work to end it and go back to them. This is what's taking place. It's controlling, it's manipulative, it's narcissistic. Now, this is not new, folks, by the way. This controlling, manipulative, tribal mindset has existed since the beginning of time. The story of Jacob in the Old Testament of the Bible. Jacob married the two daughters of Laban, started to form his family, had children, was very successful. By the time he was ready to leave Laban, Laban chased after him. Laban caught up to him and said, you know what? I want to kill you so I can take my daughters back, my grandchildren back. Everything that you have belongs to me. This is the mindset of your narcissistic mother, father, sister, and brother. Again, this is the objectification of you. You're not allowed to be independent. You're not allowed to have your own family. You're not allowed to be married and start a brand new family. This is the war they're waging against you. Has nothing to do with your wife or your husband. Has everything to do with you getting too far away. So now that you understand the mindset of what's going on with your narcissistic mother, your narcissistic father, your narcissistic brothers and sisters, it's time for you to start to implement practical steps to protect your marriage by protecting your husband or protecting your wife. To begin with, by this time, your wife, your husband has probably endured a lot of negative comments, a lot of demeaning, devaluing, disrespectful things being said to them while you stood on the sidelines because you've been conditioned to do so all of your life. You've become numb to the attacks of your narcissistic mom, your narcissistic father, your brothers and sisters. You're numb to it. So you've been ignoring it while your wife or your husband has been taking those hits for you. So here's the first thing that you're going to start doing practically from this moment going forward. Right now, you're going to hear my words. You're going to make a vow to yourself and to your wife or to your husband that your mother, your father, your brothers and sisters will never say a hurtful thing to you again. You're going to stop standing on the sidelines and you're going to put yourself as a wedge between your wife, your husband, and them. You're going to confront your own mom and your own dad, and you're going to say, you want to say something nasty about my wife or about my husband? You say it to me. You're going to stand in between them. That's number one. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about this in just a few moments. But there's a second thing you're going to do. You're going to recognize that your narcissistic mother, fathers, brothers, and sisters have already said some demeaning things, probably hurting your wife or hurting your husband. Maybe your wife doesn't feel safe anymore being around you or being around your mother and your father. Maybe your husband feels so disrespected that he wants nothing to do with them. You're going to turn to your husband and to your wife. You're going to sit down with them and you're going to listen to them. When they want to say something, your mom said this, your brother said this, why are they acting this way? You're going to validate your partner. You're going to say, I know they said that. And you're going to apologize for it. Now follow me on this. You're going to say, I know my narcissistic mother said these things and I'm sorry. It was a lie and it's not true. Here's why you're going to apologize, because some of you are like, why should I apologize for my narcissistic mother and father? Here's why. Because out of cowardice, you stood on the sidelines, allowing your wife, allowing your husband to take those hits that they don't deserve. Those were fiery arrows that were aimed at you, but hit them. You jumped out of the way. So by apologizing, it's going to do a couple of things. It's going to validate your husband. It's going to validate your wife, your partner. And at the same time, it's going to start to build something in you because you're going to get tired of apologizing. And so what's going to happen is you're going to step in front of your husband and your wife. You're going to face your narcissistic mom, dad, brother, and sister because you don't want to apologize anymore. And it's going to make you even more say, you're not going to say anything to my wife, to my husband. You say it to me because I'm not apologizing for you anymore. Say it to me. You want this to go down? You want to throw down? Say it to me. You don't like my marriage? Say it to me. Fight me. I'm ready to fight you. And by the way, this is what the fight is really about. You are fighting for your independence and your freedom, probably for the first time ever from your narcissistic mother, your narcissistic father, your narcissistic siblings. This is your fight, not your partner's. So you have to take the fiery darts. You have to be the one to say, my wife, my husband is not the reason that I'm leaving this family for that. I'm the reason. Because I found a good thing. I have a good husband, a good wife. I have a family, and I'm going to protect my family now. And so now you're willing to take the darts, the fiery darts from your own mom, your own dad, your own brothers, your own sisters. And by the way, be grateful that this is the first chance, the first opportunity for you to stand up for your family. Listen, being in marriage, you're going to face all kinds of attacks. You live in a world where there are people who are going to want to take your wife, take your husband from you. You live in a world where there are thieves that want to break in and steal from your home. If you can't even stand up to your own narcissistic mom and dad and brother and sister, how good are you ever going to be at protecting your marriage from anything else in this life? So count it as a blessing that you get to first stand up against your own mother, your father, your brother and sister, and back them down. Take it as an opportunity to learn how to protect your life, your marriage, and what you want in this life. Now, let's get into more of the practical steps. Not only are you going to stand in between, you're going to honor and validate your partner, but you're also going to be more attentive. You're going to have to grow eyes on the back of your head, ears on the back of your head, anytime you're at some kind of family function or whatever, and you start to sense that your narcissistic mother, father, brothers, and sisters are starting to corner your husband or your wife in conversation, you're going to be on it. You're going to stand right in between them. Can I help you with something? You got something to say to us, to me? Again, you're the shield. You're the shield. Now, there's two different things. I'm going to split this up into two things because men and women need separate things in these situations. If you're a husband and your wife has been attacked by your narcissistic mom, brother, sister, father, your wife has probably felt like she is not protected by you, that she's not safe. And it is super important for women to feel protected and safe in marriage. If she can't feel that you can protect her from your own mother, father, sister, and brother, she's not going to feel comfortable with you protecting her from anything. So in this, you're going to have to learn to listen to her, validate her concerns, but make your oath. I will protect you from my father and from my mother. They will not say anything else to you. Start to make plans with her. You're going to say, you know what? You don't even need to be in contact with them anymore. Let's change your phone number. I don't want my mom and dad and brother and sister to have your phone number because I know they're going to text you weird messages. And I don't want that. I'm going to protect you. Even if your wife says, oh, no. Let's just keep it how it is. I got nuts. No. I'm protecting you. They must go through me before they ever get to you. I promise you, your wife over time will feel more protected by that. Now, if you do choose to go and spend time with your mom and dad, make sure you come back and you validate your wife, that you love her, you honor her, you're there for her, and you choose her, and you will protect her over that toxic family that you come from. Now, men need something different. So if you're a wife and your narcissistic mother, father, sister, and brother has attacked your husband, what husbands need is to be respected and to feel appreciated. Narcissistic people are very good at attacking that, making your husband feel like he doesn't deserve any respect, making him feel unappreciated. So in order to reverse that, maybe your husband already feels like he's not appreciated, not respected. Once again, you as a wife are going to have to listen to him, his grievances over what your dad said, what your mom said. And you're going to have to say, honey, I know they said that, and I'm sorry. It's wrong. They're liars. I love you. I respect you. Now get in that bedroom and get your clothes off so I can appreciate you. That's just an example I'm throwing out there. So that your husband knows that you respect and you appreciate him on a daily basis. I promise you, women, if you do this with your husbands, they will no longer care about what your narcissistic mom, dad, brothers, and sisters are saying. All they truly care about in this life is that you honor, respect, and appreciate them. And if you show them that, then you will reverse the damage done by your narcissistic mother, father, sister, and brother. So the practical steps that you need to start doing, both you who are husbands and if you're a wife, is you need to start to stand in that gap. Understand that this is a battle between you and your family. It has nothing to do with your spouse. This is because you have a narcissistic, controlling mom, dad, brother, and sister that can't let you go. And this is your fight. This is the opportunity finally in your life where you get to stand up and say, knock it off. This is my life. This is my choice. This is who I choose to be with. This is my family, and I will protect it, and I will stand in between you narcissistic people, and my family. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but This is what will protect your marriage, and this is honoring your promise to God and to people. And like I said before, this is assuming you have a good partnership, and you'll know if you do. You'll know it because you won't want to see it ruined. So if you're in this place where you don't want to see your marriage ruined, then take these words of advice and schedule some time with me. As I said before, I'm here to support you. Down in the description box, schedule one-on-one time with me. I'd love to talk with you and your partner. And we'll talk more in depth about how to protect your marriage from narcissistic moms and dads and brothers and sisters who can't let you go. In addition to that, the Royal We Coaching Program is available for you. So head on down there in the description box, open up the description box down below, click the little arrow thingy. It's going to expand the description box. You'll see all the links that you need to connect with me, get started in the Royal We Coaching Program. I'll be back with more videos for you right here on the Royal We. If you're brand new to this channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button for me and hit the like for this video. If you like it, hit the bell notification so that you don't miss any future Royal We content. And check out one of these videos that's suggested to you by the YouTube algorithm because it knows what you've been watching. I'll be back with more videos for you right here on the Royal We. Have a good rest of your evening.